welcome back to Natural Curls for Life. I am here today on October the 7th, the first Wednesday of October, and it is Wellness Wednesday. And in honor of breast cancer awareness or cancer awareness, I wanted to come today and do a video on breast cysts. Yes, breast cysts. So I wanted to talk about this for several reasons. And one is that I have experienced cysts in my breast, and so I wanted to talk about it. And so I wanted to bring some awareness to cysts that occur in the breast and explain, what cysts are and why they happen and things of that nature. So if you're interested, please stay tuned. All right, guys, so I have written down some notes so that I don't leave anything out. So the first thing that I want to point out is that it's thought that cysts develop naturally as the breast changes with age and due to normal changes in your hormone levels. So when I started getting cysts in my breast, initially I just had one and it was really small. And my husband found it and it was a lump. We didn't know what it was. I went to my gynecologist and he sent me somewhere and they said it was a cyst and they drained it. They aspirated it. And that was that. And I thought that was the end of it. But as time went on, I started developing more. Then I got another one and it was in the other breast. And then I started getting multiple cysts, in each breast. So what I found out was when I went to the emergency room, they did tell me that it is hormonal. It's based on your hormones. So I'm going to go into detail a little bit more about that in just a minute. All right, so the cysts can be very tiny or they can be very large, and they can be large enough to feel them. So you can literally touch your breast and feel the cysts. And the very first one I had was really tiny, but then I started getting some that were bigger. And as I just said, I was able to touch them. I could feel them. And sometimes my breasts were lopsided because one was filled with cysts and the other was not, or the other had cysts but not as many. So my breasts were lopsided. Most breast cysts are benign and they do not increase the risk of breast cancer. Of course, if you find a knot of any kind in your breast, of course you should go to your doctor. So, this is information, but always seek out a physician, to make sure and rule out anything, okay? So, breast cysts are common and they can occur in women between the ages of 30 and 50 years of age. They usually disappear after menopause, but for some women, they can last a lifetime. So, So that's when I started to get my cysts. When I started going through menopause, my hormone levels were changing and I just went through a span of, I don't know, maybe a year where I just was constantly getting cysts. My gynecologist told me don't worry about them. They will go away on their own, which they did initially. However, I had, at some point I had some that were so painful. I mean, oh my gosh, just to put on a bra was painful. And I went to the emergency room and they drained like 3 of them. And it was a lot of fluid. They were big and they had to drain them. I've had several cysts drained before. The technical term is aspirated. So what happens is they come and they go. So if you're in tune with your body and you pay attention, for me, I had a particular cyst that never went away. Whereas the other ones were gone, but this one particular one was still there. So if it stayed any amount of time, then I went and I had it aspirated. It doesn't really hurt, it doesn't take long, and it gives you immediate relief. So that's something to consider. All right, so one of the things that I know all too well that triggers pain when you have cysts is caffeine. Large amounts of caffeine can lead to changes in hormone levels that may affect the formation of breast cysts or cause breast pain. So when I was in school and I was doing my clinical rotation at a hospital and I was working overnight, I was working from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m., I would drink energy drinks. And oh my gosh, I had an energy drink one night, and when I tell you, my chest began to hurt so bad. I had cysts, and I had looked it up, and I forgot. I wasn't thinking that the energy drink had caffeine in it, duh. But it did. It has lots of caffeine. And I was talking to the tech that I was training with, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you know, like my breasts are really hurting and I haven't had any caffeine. And she said, you had the energy drink. And I was like, oh. So yes, caffeine will make the cysts hurt. Depending on how much caffeine you have will depend on how much pain you have. So please be aware of that. Remedies for breast cysts. All right, so if they're not painful, then you just wait it out and they will go away. They'll eventually go away. Not all cysts are painful. So it just depends on how much fluid you have in your cysts. If it's painful, you know, you start feeling some type of pain or discomfort, or like I said, when you put on your bra, it hurts just to move your breast, to touch it. Ugh, that is the worst. Then go see your doctor, and they may be able to schedule you to have them aspirated. The last thing is, when I found the first cyst, my husband, we were concerned. We thought maybe that it was cancer, and my gynecologist told me that cancer feels hard, like a rock, really solid. And cysts usually move. Like if you lay on your side, it'll fall to the side. If you lay on your back, you know, they move when you move, and you can touch them and you can move them a little bit and you can feel them. So that helps in determining, you know, of course that's not the scientific way, but to give you a little comfort, you know, if it moves with you, if you turn over on your side and it moves, or you're able to touch it and push it over a little bit, then it's a cyst. But he did tell me that cancer is hard. It's not going to move. It's not going to change positions. You're not going to be able to push it. It's not going to feel soft or lumpy. It's hard. But of course, again, always go to your doctor. If you find a lump, go see a doctor. If you don't have health insurance, there are lots of programs out there for breast cancer. So find out, do your research, and go and get yourself checked out. Do not walk around with lumps in your breasts of any kind and not know what it is. Okay? And please don't not go to the doctor out of fear, because like I said, it could be a cyst. It could be, you know, something else. Always get yourself checked out, ladies. Okay? So if I have men who are watching me, make sure that your girlfriend, your wife, your mother, your sister, your daughter, make sure that they are taking care of themselves, that they're getting their mammograms once a year, they're doing their breast exams, and if they find something, that they're going to follow up with a doctor to get it checked out. All right, so this is my breast cancer awareness scarf that I have made. They are for sale. This is a headband. I have it to the side, but I can wear my hair to the back with this. I have different sizes. I also have lock scarves. Okay, so if you're interested, email me or send me a message on Instagram at Natural Curls for Life, and I will be more than happy to assist you. And I have on my cancer shirt, Fight Cancer. This is Mount Zion High School. But yes, it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. It's October, so I wanted to get this out to you guys as soon as possible. I hope that this was helpful to someone. Stay safe, guys, and be proactive about your bodies. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video. Toodles.